Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rissa. Thank you so much again for joining me back here at Culture Fuzz. On today's episode, it's going to be another beauty tutorial. This one was a special request by a very special subscriber. You are all very special subscribers, but this was a special request look by Frizzero100716. Your wish is my command, and I am creating the all glitter eyelid look from the Jems Couture Burgundy Mermaid Palette. On my last video that I used on this palette, I just did a glitter cut crease. So I just put the glitter on the cut crease of my eye. This request by this subscriber was to do a full lid with the glitter, which I am more than happy to do so they can see how it applies, and I'm very curious as well. So I went ahead and got started, and I did my eyebrows off camera. If you want me to do a special tutorial on how I do my eyebrows, it's no different than all the other ones that you've seen online, but if you're curious to see how I do mine specifically, please let me know in the comments below and I will be more than happy to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. And as you can see, they have 5 different colors, 5 of them being matte on top and 5 on the bottom being glitter. So I'm gonna try and make an eyelid glitter look using this color, and then I will be mixing between these to give that cut crease transition. So I'm using the NYX eyeshadow base in beige to go ahead and help prep my eye. I am gonna go ahead and use a fluffy brush and use the Wet n Wild mattifying powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and set the primer. You only need to use a little bit. See, gosh, I sound like I don't even know what, but I have like so much phlegm and stuff going on in my throat. I'm sure you guys wanted to know about that. It just sounds so tasty, I'm sure. But now for my transition shades, I always have my go-to transition shades that I use for like 90% of my looks, and it's not on the Jems Couture Burgundy Mermaid Palette. This is actually a palette that I had created via BoxyCharm. They sent me the BoxyCharm Z palette, and they sent a couple of colors that I use for setting and I use for my transition shades. This one is actually I don't know what color this is, but this is Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream. So I could have used that to set my eyeshadow as well. And then this is by Buxom Cosmetics. I don't know what shade that is either, but I am going to basically be transitioning between these 2 browns to start setting up and building up the color, to start with this transition to prepare the look for the glitter cut crease. Obviously you want to start with the lightest shade and then work your way to the darkest, so I'll be using the Beaches and Cream and then using that darker Buxom shade. And just kind of go back and blend out those 2 and work out any harsh lines. So now I'm going to start working off of the colors that are in the Jems Couture palette. So I think what I'm going to do, I want to try and keep it like light and fun and not as intense as last time. So I'm going to go back and forth between this color and this color, and I want to somehow work in this color. So it's going to be around this general area is what I'm going to play with. And let's see what we come up with, shall we?
Call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love. And I know in that holiday that could only mean one thing. And I know in that holiday.
That's right, you want to go back in and blend, girl. The key to any look, any look is what I've discovered, and as tedious as it may be, is blending. You want to go back and blend because it seamlessly brings everything together. As much as we want to try and pass that part up, it's just not your best bet. Okay, so I think that's as much as I'm gonna do for the transition of the cut crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this angled brush right here to go ahead and start carving out the crease for my cut crease. So I have a very hooded eye. So as you can see, the top of my eye kind of folds over. And my hooded eye guru that I always look up to is Alyssa Ashley. She has an amazing tutorial on do's and don'ts for hooded eyes, so I really hope that I do her proud. But one thing that I've learned for us hoodies, her term, is that we basically need to create our crease. So you see how I have all these different folds? I basically want to get the highest folds and kind of create the line right above that, because every time if I create the line lower and then I blink, it will end up being all over the place. So I want to go ahead and build it out myself.
You and me, we just don't get along. You make me feel like I did you wrong. Going places where you don't belong. Ever since I left the city, you got exactly what you asked for. Running out of pages on your passport. Hanging with some girls I never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone.
Go back in and kind of pat that dry a little, get the excess off. Let's go back in with that mattifying powder, the Wet n Wild mattifying powder, and just add a little bit on there, because I'm going to be adding the NYX glitter primer. And I don't want the formula to get compromised. All right, now the fun part. Let's get the glitter on there, shall we? So the holy grail of glitter primers is the NYX glitter primer. You can get it at your local Ulta. I'm gonna go ahead and start picking up this color right here. This color excites me. So what we wanted to see was basically how it glides on there. So I liberally picked some up. I'm gonna go ahead and start. It is applying beautifully. You just have to pick it up and pat. And I'm not putting any other base color under it. I didn't do that because I wanted to see how this applied, and needless to say, it's applying very, very handsomely. That applied pretty flawlessly. I'm impressed. Just to test, just to really, really test it, let's not put the NYX primer on the other lid and let's see how it picks up. I put the mattifying powder on the lid, if you remember. So I'm gonna go ahead and liberally pick some up on my brush again, and then just start, oh snap, oh yeah. This did not need a primer at all. Do y'all see this? I mean, do you like really see this though?
I love, and I know in the holiday that could only mean one thing. And
now this is a little dramatic for a cut crease, but again, I wanted to show Frizero 100716 what this palette can do. And it can do quite a bit, actually. So now I'm gonna go in and apply my liquid eyeliner and some eyelashes.
Cause ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I'd never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone.
You know what, I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a small difference with using the primer for the eyeshadow base. It basically helped the glitter stick more. So now that I'm going back and putting on this eyeliner, I'm seeing that the glitter is not staying in place as well as the side with the glitter primer on it. And you can kind of see a difference the way that it's taking too. So I kind of have to fight with it a little bit to give it that harsh separation of a line. I do like it better with the NYX eyeshadow primer. I really do.
Since I left the city, you and me, we just don't get.
I feel like that's as good as it's going to get. So next we're gonna go ahead and put on our pretty little eyelashes.
I have the Morphe eyelashes in number 38 black. See? Okay. So there's already a difference happening. So the one with the primer, it's set better, like it's holding it together. The one without the primer, any type of like, cause I'm naturally like a sweaty girl. I am black and I am Mexican. So you can see right here, it's not holding. So anytime I go like this and I look up, like it's catching on the top. So honestly, just with working with glitter, just in general, my advice is to use a glitter adhesive like the NYX glitter primer. The 2 Gems Cosmetics palette, it applies beautifully. You don't necessarily need a primer, but if you're gonna be going to like a festival, a rave, or a club, or anywhere where you think you're gonna be sweating, you want to prime your eyes out. Prime with the eyeshadow base, prime with the concealer, hold it together with a mattifying powder, and then prime it again with the glitter powder. It's just, it'll make that big of a difference.
Like, this is not cute. Like, this gets on my nerves.
It's all practice, guys. Don't get good at this overnight. I'm not even the best at this. There's so many tips and tricks. There are so many different tutorials out there that provide amazing suggestions and different ways to do things, and this is just one of many. This is just how I do it. Let's go ahead and prime our face.
Drop, 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 drop.
You used to call me on my...
You can hide your mistakes. You can hide your lies. You can hide your regrets.
Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. And I know in the holiday that could only mean one thing. And I know in that holiday
We almost ready for the party, y'all.
that could only mean one thing. Ever since I left the...
Because, you know, we have to have our glow. But this is the SOFAR highlighter in Rodeo Drive. This is given to us by the gods.
Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out.
Give it some more smell, da.
You started wearing less and going out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor. Hanging with some girls I'd never seen